would be Cooper Flagg, and it's not because I don't like the other rookies. It would be, you know, when a guy, I have this saying that when you come into the school year starts, you start with an A, and from there it's on you to take your score down. Well, I think being a #1 pick, the expectations are so high. He started with an A, and I haven't seen anyone go get it.
LeBron at 19 was the loudest teenager basketball had ever seen. Cooper Flagg at 19 might be the most complete, and yeah, I know how insane that sounds, because better than LeBron at 19 is the kind of take that usually lives on a blurry screenshot with 14 ads around it. But then Flagg drops 49 on Charlotte as a teenager, sets the NBA record, and suddenly this isn't just fans arguing in circles.
Incredible. Now here's Coop, and he's going to drive on Brandon Miller, gliding to the basket.
It becomes a real conversation. So here's the deal. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly where the argument is real, where it's unfair, and what still belongs in the pump the brakes folder. And I'm not doing the lazy thing where we compare two box scores and call it a day. I'm going to walk you through 5 checkpoints, 3 where Flagg has a real case, and 2 where young LeBron still clears him. When we're done, you can disagree with me, but at least you'll be disagreeing with the whole picture, not just a clip. Before we get into it, those who are not subscribers, almost all of you watching still aren't subscribed, which is kind of wild. Subscribe to NBA Inside and drop a comment telling me what you want next, because I'm always reading those for the next video idea. Alright, let's start with the part that made this debate unavoidable. Flagg has already taken teenage scoring records that used to belong to LeBron and moved the line. 42 at 18, 49 as a teenager. That doesn't mean he's greater, it means the bar for what a teenager can do in the NBA has been touched again, and now everyone has to talk about it whether they like it or not. Here's the first hook that matters. Most better than LeBron at 19 arguments are about highlights. This one isn't. This one is about how many boxes Flagg has checked across different levels by the time he's 19, and how clean his overall profile looks compared to what LeBron's looked like at the same age.
And here's Coop on the drive, and one catch is all it takes now to turn things around!
And I'm going to be clear up front. LeBron still wins some of this. You can't tell the truth without saying that. But also, if you value two-way impact and efficiency, Flagg's case isn't a joke, it's uncomfortable. So let's set the table fairly. LeBron's rookie year, 2003/04. He's 18 turning 19. Cleveland hands him the keys immediately. He averages 20.9 points, 5.5 rebounds, 5.9 assists, 1.6 steals, and 0.7 blocks in 39.5 minutes a night across 79 games. That is a ridiculous load for a teenager. He's basically a point guard in a 6'8" body, with the offense leaning on him like a crutch.
LeBron.
But the efficiency was rough. 41.7% from the field, 29% from 3, 75.4% at the line. True shooting around 48.8%. That context matters. The league was slower, the paint was crowded, spacing wasn't a religion yet, and he was creating everything. Now Flagg. Flagg's rookie line sits around 20 points, 6.6 rebounds, 4.1 assists, with around 48% from the field, around 29% from 3, and about 80% at the line. So the surface level take is simple. LeBron had more assists, Flagg has better efficiency and more rebounding. The 3-point percentage is basically similar. But if you stop there, you miss why people are even arguing, because the debate isn't who scored more. The debate is, at 19, who already looks like a complete NBA player on both ends. So here are the 5 checkpoints. Checkpoint 1. Proof against structure. Flagg has a Duke season that LeBron never had, and it wasn't a nice freshman year, it was an all-time one-and-done season. About 19.2 points, 7.5 rebounds, 4.2 assists, 38.5% from 3, 84% from the line, a Final Four run, and basically every National Player of the Year award. That matters because it's proof against organized scouting. It's proof against opponents game planning for you every night. It's proof that your game works inside structure, not just chaos. LeBron's pre-NBA chapter was high score dominance and projection. The projection was correct, obviously, but it was still projection. Flagg has a full "this works in a serious system" chapter on his resume at 19. That's a big difference. Checkpoint 2. How tested he was before the NBA. This is where modern pathways help Flagg, and I don't think people admit it enough. Flagg isn't just a high score phenom who shows up to the league raw. He had Monteverdi, which is basically an NBA pipeline with teenagers. He had Peach Jam, weeks where the production looked unreal. And he had USA Select Team scrimmages against Team USA before he even played a college game. That's a different kind of preparation. LeBron's teenage pressure was celebrity pressure. Nobody had ever dealt with that. Flagg has pressure too, but he also has more high-level basketball environments that sharpen decision making. If you're asking who had more elite reps before the NBA, it's Flagg. Checkpoint 3. Defense at 19. This is Flagg's cleanest edge. LeBron had the tools, but he wasn't a defensive system yet. His defense became terrifying later, when the focus locked in and the league caught up to what his body could do. At 19, he made plays. He wasn't consistently shaping possessions. Flagg already plays like a defender who understands the whole floor. His value isn't "look at the block," it's timing, positioning, and how quickly he reads what the offense is trying to do. He's a real help defender at 19. He's a real switch piece at 19. He's a real "I can cover for mistakes behind me" guy at 19. That's not common for young stars, because young stars are usually busy figuring out how to score 20 a night without fouling out. Flagg's defense has been part of the package the whole time, and that's why the most complete argument exists. Now, quick reset before the LeBron fans throw a chair. None of this means Flagg is the better career player. We're freezing tape at 19. That's it. And when you do that, Flagg's defensive development is ahead. Now, the 2 checkpoints where LeBron at 19 still wins. Checkpoint 4. On-ball creation and playmaking burden. LeBron's 5.9 assists per game as a rookie, in that era, on that roster, is insane. He wasn't a secondary creator. He was the creator. He ran the offense like a point guard. He controlled tempo. He made live dribble reads that most wings don't make at 25, let alone 19. Flagg is a great passer for a forward, but his role is closer to forward who can run offense than offense itself. So if your definition of better at 19 is who could be your entire on-ball engine from day one, young LeBron still clears. And I don't think that's controversial. That's just honest. Checkpoint 5. Physical overwhelm. LeBron at 19 was stronger and more physically overwhelming. He was a truck with guard skills. He broke people in transition. He could bully wings and outrun bigs. Flagg is athletic and long and explosive, but it's not the same type of dominance. Flagg feels like the modern prototype. Size, timing, motor, skill, processing. LeBron felt like something the league had never seen.
Seen McGrady. They don't turn the ball over. LeBron James, another 3. That's good.
So that's the ledger. Flagg has the edge in resume depth, high-level proof, and defense. LeBron has the edge in raw creation and physical domination. Now here's the part that keeps people stuck. The debate isn't really who is better. The debate is what matters more in today's NBA. A 19-year-old heliocentric engine who creates everything but is inefficient and still learning defense, or a 19-year-old two-way forward who is already efficient enough, already a defensive anchor, and can scale into different roles. That's why the take even exists, and it's why it feels more serious than normal hot take season nonsense. Because Flagg's profile fits modern play of basketball faster. I'm not saying he'd outplay 19-year-old LeBron in a series. I'm saying his game has fewer obvious holes. Now here's another hook, because this is the part people are going to argue in the comments. A lot of people treat efficiency like it's a cheat code. It's the spacing era, sure, but shot selection is a skill. Decision making is a skill. and Flagg's shot diet already looks more controlled than LeBron's did at 19. LeBron at 19 was asked to create hard shots because the roster demanded it. Flagg is benefiting from modern spacing, yes, but he's also making smarter choices for his age. That matters. Now the uncomfortable part. If Flagg is already this complete at 19, the scary question isn't how good is he right now? The scary question is, what happens when the usual year 2 leap hits? Because the year 2 leap is where a lot of stars go from great prospect to this is a problem. More strength, cleaner handle, more counters, better rhythm as a shooter, less wasted movement. If that jump hits, the complete argument gets loud in a hurry. And here's the specific swing point. If his 3-point shot stabilizes even a little, the whole profile levels up. Because right now, the only thing you can point to and say this is clearly unfinished is consistent long-range shooting.
He's got this thing under control. They switch, Cunningham, drive, pull.
If that becomes even respectable, defenses can't gap him the same way, and his driving and passing opens up. And if it doesn't stabilize, the debate still stays interesting, because LeBron's early weakness was also the jumper, and we know how that story ended. So here's the question I want you to answer honestly. If you freeze the tape at 19, and you only get that version of the player for one season, who do you take? Team LeBron, the raw engine who can run your entire offense from day one, or Team Flagg, the more complete two-way forward who gives you defense, cleaner efficiency, and a resume that already includes Duke and USA Select. And if you think this whole conversation is disrespectful to LeBron, say that too. I get it. Because LeBron's career is the mountain, but this video isn't about climbing the mountain, it's about the snapshot at 19. Sometimes the league doesn't see the next evolution coming, and by the time it does, it's too late.